been a resident of the borough of Slatington for 21 years, and I've been coming to these meetings just as long. Mr. Brogan, welcome. A question to you. May I ask, in the past 5 years, how many meetings you've attended?
No.
None. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Mr. Dillinger, when Mr. Brogan was appointed, you quoted to the media, "The 3 things you need to qualify to be on the board: you must be 18, a resident at least 1 year, and a registered voter." Quoting you, I made sure both candidates qualified before we appointed one of them. Thank you for confirming that Mr. Wexler's appointment was illegal. Thank you, sir. Mr. Healy was here at the last meeting. Under unfinished business, I asked why he was here. He said that he was asked to be here. When I asked if he was getting paid, he said yes. When I asked what his price was, he couldn't recall. He said it was under retainer. Retainer is a contractual agreement. Who authorized that? He wasn't reappointed at the reorganization meeting. Who authorized his presence and who authorized his payment? The ordinance that we're discussing this evening, I have attended the committee meetings that started in July with this ordinance. And one of the phrases that comes up again and again, which is an admirable phrase, we have to start somewhere. You're right, you do. But it's terribly misguided. Okay? You don't start with these people, you start with him. Okay? He's the offender. He has deplorable properties and has had them that way for years. He doesn't earn a single dime off of it. These people, it's their livelihood. Okay? In 2008, Senator Jim Rhodes started a piece of legislation. Unfortunately, he passed away. His replacement, David Argyle, picked up the ball and ran with it. And he passed Act 135, which was the Abandoned Properties and Blighted Properties Act. In 2009, while I sat on council, I brought it up and said, we need to put something in place regarding blighted properties. He objected. He doesn't want to deal with that. Okay? Now, I don't know if you've heard in the news recently, but Blue Mountain is going to be building a resort hotel.
Yes, they are.
Wonderful for the economy. But that means people are coming into this area and they're staying. And when they're here, they're going to be looking for things, restaurants, gas stations, shopping, and they're going to drive by his properties. And that's a black eye to all of us. So when you use the phrase, you got to start somewhere, you're right. Start with him. Start with him. Complaints have been filed, nothing's been done because he won't do it. What's the problem? David, let me put this in terms you can relate to. Matthew 7:3, you hypocrite. How dare you talk about the speck in your neighbor's eye when there's a log in your eye? You need to clean up your abandoned properties, your blighted properties, before you talk about interior apartments. Yeah, is it a way to improve the quality of life? Absolutely. Absolutely. But when you can't clean up your own house, who the heck are you to tell these people to clean up theirs? Live by example. Yeah, and I know, Joe, because I was at that July committee meeting. You were upset because your neighbor's property looked like crap. So this guy takes him to the magistrate, only to find out that it's not the tenant's responsibility. It's the building owner. He didn't even handle going to the magistrate properly. Okay? So yeah, you were the start of it. I have it on tape. I don't want to hear it. It's my time, okay? So if you're going to start somewhere, start with him. Start with the blighted properties. Do something about that, okay? It's that simple. Act 135, if you need a copy of it, there's a great paragraph in here. Let me give this to you. Substandard, deteriorating, and abandoned residential, commercial, and industrial structures are a public safety threat and nuisance, and their blighting effect diminishes property values in the communities in which these properties are located. It's part of the act. So if you're going to enforce something, you're going to start something, back off of these people and start dealing with blighted properties, and start right there.